cities are reeling as the meteor storm, zombie epidemic, and alien encounters continue unabated. Safe to say, this is the
best week ever.
What are you doing? Run!
It's the week of greatness. What you doing?
It's really happening! This is the real thing!
Nah, man. This is the real thing.
Are you wearing the new Icon Clash?
I need this in a size 8.
I need a 6.
I need this in a 16. I got you.
Not today.
Is it dead?
Class not dead.
These are lit. Hell yeah.
Hey kid, where are you headed? You know it's the end of the world, right?
Yeah, but it's the start of a week of greatness.
Hey, California is going down. Pack up the kids now.
They just got back. God, you sound like a crazy person. The governor just said we're fine now.
The guy's an actor. He's reading a script. When they tell you not to panic, that's when you run.
Quote. Repeat the line. Quote. Repeat the line. Quote. Repeat the line.
Well, heads up if you live on planet Earth. Guess that's all of us. A giant asteroid hurtling toward our planet, expected to intersect with Earth's orbit next week.
Something is going to hit the Earth again. There was an impact in Siberia within the last decade that was caused by an object about 20 meters across.
It broke up in the atmosphere and created a big shockwave. It was 10 times the size of the Hiroshima nuclear explosion.
It injured about 1,000 people in the town of Chelyabinsk.
Of course, if you imagine this happening with a greater population density.
The purpose of the DART mission is to take your spacecraft and you ram it into an asteroid to change the orbit so it won't hit the Earth.
We're not just trying to figure out how to deal with what's coming. No, we're actually going to go out there and we're going to try to stop it. Defense is all great, but you do need to score points.
So the goal of this mission is going to be to deliberately crash a vending machine-sized craft into an asteroid and alter that asteroid's path. Explain why that's so important for life here on Earth.
Exactly.
Look, let's establish once again that there is a huge comet headed towards Earth. I think this whole administration has completely lost their fucking mind! And I think we're all gonna die!
New York, start spreading the news. We're all gonna die.
Oh my God!
So how do you survive a nuclear blast in the city that already smells like ass?
We're all gonna die soon, and there's no sequel. So, yeah, remember that.
So there's been a nuclear attack. Don't ask me how or why, just know that the big one has hit, okay? So, what do? There are 3 important steps that I want you to remember. Step 1, Get inside fast. You, your friends, your family, get inside. And no, staying in the car is not an option. You need to get into a building and move away from the windows.
The government is trying to prepare us for this. A zombie apocalypse. The infamous astrologer Nostradamus predicted something like this could happen in 2021. Specifically, he said a scientist is going to create a, quote, biological weapon that will bring the dead back to life. You can find the full zombie survival guide or advice for any other emergencies. It's up right now on the CDC website. As hilarious as that may seem, you know, 2020 and 2021 brought us things that we never expected. So why rule it out? You know, why not just prepare?
The day the
just
zombies,
in case.
the day the zombies show up will be the day. Yeah, you won't see me.
Oh, me either. We won't be at work. We'll be with the zombies.
The CDC has put out new guidelines, tips on sharing and surviving, I should say, a zombie apocalypse.
What?
I'm not making this up.
The CDC?
This is starting to trend right now. The CDC.
We did this story like 3 days ago, though.
Okay, well, it's back. They're telling me that we need to do it again, Tucker. So I'm just taking direction, right? So maybe someone spotted a zombie.
You sold it to me, Holly.
Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Aliens exist and President Trump knows about it. That's according to Israel's former space security chief. In an interview with an Israeli newspaper, he said, NBC News chief global correspondent Bill Neely explains this one.
Hi, Alison. Well, this is quite a story, and it comes from the man who headed Israel's space security program for nearly 30 years. Chaim Eshed is making the extraordinary claim that the United States and Israel have been in contact with a group of aliens for years. Not immigrants, but extraterrestrials. He has called them the Galactic Federation of Aliens, and he says President Trump is aware of the existence of these aliens and had been on the verge of revealing their secrets.
This is the voice of Allah, representative of the Ashtar Galactic Command, speaking to you. For many years you have seen us as knights and sparrows.
He claims an agreement has been reached between the US government and the aliens, a contract to do experiments here. There's also, he says, a secret underground base on Mars where there are American and alien representatives. Well, so far, President Trump has not tweeted about this, though remember a year ago he did set up the Space Force as the fifth branch of the US Armed Forces.
My name is Carol Rosen. I'm an educator who became the first woman corporate manager of an aerospace company, Fairchild Industries. I met the late Dr. Wernher von Braun in early '74. At that time, von Braun was dying of cancer, but he assured me that he would live a few more years in order to tell me about the game that was being played, that game being the effort to weaponize space, to control the Earth from space and space itself. The strategy that Wernher von Braun taught me was that first the Russians are going to be considered to be the enemy. In fact, when I met him in '74, they were the enemy, the identified enemy. We were told that they had killer satellites. We were told that they were coming to get us and control us, the dirty commies, that whole story. First, the Russians were the enemy against whom we're going to build space-based weapons. Then terrorists would be identified, and that was soon to follow. We heard a lot about terrorism. Then we were going to identify third world country crazies. We now call them nations of concern. But he said that would be the third enemy against whom we would be needing to build space-based weapons. And the next enemy was asteroids. Now at this point, he kind of chuckled the first time he said it. Asteroids, against asteroids, we're going to build space-based weapons. So it was funny then. And the funniest one of all was against what he called aliens, extraterrestrials. That would be the final card. And over and over and over, during the 4 years that I knew him and was giving his speeches for him, he would bring up that last card. And remember, Carol, the last card is the alien card. We're going to have to build space-based weapons against aliens. And all of it, he said, is a lie. A lie.